What on earth is happening at Parc des Princes? PSG is putting the entire squad up for sale, launching their most drastic squad overhaul, yet following a humiliating defeat to Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup final. Is this desperation or a calculated move? In truth, it's the moment when the kings of Europe are trimming the fat, cutting loose the excess and upgrading their roster in pursuit of defending their throne next season. Big-name stars like Milan Skriniar, Marco Asensio, and Randal Kolo Muani are all reportedly up for grabs. No one really knows the full strategy behind this massive clearance sale orchestrated by President Nasser Al-Khelaifi. All eyes, however, are locked on the hungry gaze Copto has fixed on Kamara, sparking wild speculation about a blockbuster transfer. According to Le Parisien, manager Luis Enrique has officially lost faith in the 5 players who were sent out on loan last season: Milan Skriniar, Nordi Mukiel, Carlos Soler, Marco Asensio, and Kolo Muani. At the time of their arrivals, they were all hot properties on the market, expected to shine. But now, they find themselves on the chopping block. The most ironic case here is that of center-back Milan Skriniar. Just a season ago, in 2022 to 2023, he was an untouchable pillar of Inter Milan's defense. But the lure of Paris, with a salary 3 times what he earned in Milan, eventually convinced him to make the move. Skriniar accepted becoming a villain in the eyes of Inter fans to join the glitzy Parc des Princes. Yet under Luis Enrique, the Slovak defender, once a top target of Pep Guardiola, has been relegated to the bench, overshadowed by rising star Beraldo. Meanwhile, in the same backline, Lucas Beraldo, who started in the FIFA Club World Cup final, has reportedly told PSG he wants to leave in search of more consistent game time. With both Skriniar and Beraldo facing uncertain futures, the French giants are now in the market for a new center-back to shore up their defense. Their top target? Ilya Zabarnyi. And that's not all. Another big-name PSG is now putting on the market. Now let's talk about Asensio and Kolo Muani. Same story, different names. Both impressed last season during their loan spells at Aston Villa and Juventus, respectively. Upon returning to PSG, Asensio and Kolo Muani have found themselves with limited chances to start, as Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Dewey, and Barcola have all been performing exceptionally well. This core has become Luis Enrique's trusted lineup, casting a long shadow over the once high-profile duo. On Juve's end, after Kolo Muani played a key role in their return to the Champions League, the Turin side is now eager to make his stay permanent. PSG, however, is willing to accept a major loss. Despite paying 95 million euros to sign him from Frankfurt, they're now ready to sell him for just 40 million euros. The problem? Even that cut-rate price is a financial strain for Juventus. Unless they can finalize exits for Dusan Vlahovic or Douglas Luiz, the deal for Kolo Muani remains on ice. As for Asensio, PSG is reportedly eager to offload him as quickly as possible. Just recently, the former Prince of Madrid turned down a lucrative 9 million euros a year post-tax offer from Fenerbahce, hoping to remain in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. That rejection immediately triggered interest from AC Milan, Villarreal, and Inter Milan, each lining up with different proposals. Asensio knows time is ticking. He's been completely frozen out of Luis Enrique's plans, and if he wants to salvage his career, he needs a new home, fast. The magical left foot that once dazzled Real Madrid fans is now wandering in search of a stage. PSG's full-scale purge doesn't stop there. Even players once thought to be safe, like Lucas Hernandez, Lee Kang-in, and Goncalo Ramos, are reportedly not part of the club's long-term plans. Last season, this trio mostly served as backups, getting minutes late in matches or starting only in less crucial games. But in a Champions League winning squad, that's simply not enough. Luis Enrique and President Al-Khelaifi have raised the bar. The squad must be filled only with top performers who fit the philosophy. And that means those who fall short, no matter how talented, are being shown the door. PSG's painful defeat to Chelsea was a wake-up call. It exposed a harsh truth. The squad is far from flawless. The biggest issue? Depth and balance. On a day when the trio of Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Dewey were completely shut down, and Barcola went silent, PSG had no plan B, no X-factor, off the bench to spark change. The trust placed in Goncalo Ramos turned into a punchline. Since joining, the Portuguese striker, once hailed as Ronaldo's heir, has never truly looked like a reliable starting number 9. Next season, PSG may continue to dominate Ligue 1, but in the Champions League, they'll have to reckon with the likes of Chelsea, a team that exposed their vulnerabilities. The Champions League is a different battlefield entirely, where surprises await at every turn, and a single moment of complacency could cost them their crown in the most brutal way possible.